Hey there, my friend. Let's take a moment to talk, not about something scary, but something important. Something that might just save your life, or the life of someone you love. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to really think about it. Are you at risk for heart disease? And do you even know it? I know, that's a heavy question. But don't worry, we're not here to scare each other. We're here to understand. We're here to care. This is just you and me, sitting down for a real conversation, like two old friends chatting over a cup of tea, because the truth is, heart disease doesn't always knock loudly at the door. Sometimes, it whispers. Sometimes, it hides. And sometimes, it waits until it's too late, but not today. Today, we're going to bring it into the light, cut to calm visual of an older couple walking slowly together in a park, holding hands, host, voiceover. If you're over 70, you're not alone in wondering about your heart. In fact, heart disease is the #1 cause of death in people over 70 in the United States. And I know that sounds harsh, but stay with me, because knowledge is power, and you deserve to know the truth about your health. Let me tell you something even more important. Most heart problems, they don't come out of nowhere. They build up over time, years, even decades. And that means there are signs, patterns, risks, things we can pay attention to. Things we can change. You might be thinking, well, at my age, isn't it too late to do something about it? And my answer to you is a big, firm no. It's never too late to take care of your heart. Not at 60. Not at 70. Not even at 90. Scene shifts back to the host, seated comfortably, smiling gently. Let's start with something simple. What exactly is heart disease? Heart disease is a broad term that covers several problems, like blocked arteries, heart failure, irregular heartbeat, or damage to the heart muscle itself, but the most common type, coronary artery disease. That's when the arteries that bring blood to your heart get narrowed or blocked by plaque. And when that happens, your heart can't get enough oxygen. That's when chest pain, shortness of breath, or even heart attacks come into play. Now here's where it gets personal. Do you ever feel a little pressure in your chest when you climb the stairs? Do you sometimes feel unusually tired after a short walk? Have you noticed your ankles swelling more often lately? These might not seem like big things. You might even chalk them up to just getting older. But they could be your heart quietly waving a red flag. Cut to a visual of red flags appearing gently on screen, one by one, as the host speaks. Host, voiceover. Let me share with you 7 silent signs that your heart might be in trouble. These aren't the dramatic heart attack scenes you see on TV. They're gentle, subtle, and easy to miss, unless you know what to look for. Fatigue that's not normal, not just tired after a big day, but bone-deep tired, like even a short walk drains you. Shortness of breath doing everyday things, like talking while walking, or bending to tie your shoes and feeling winded. Swelling in your legs, ankles, or feet. That puffiness can mean your heart isn't pumping properly. Irregular heartbeat or fluttering in your chest, especially if it happens often, or makes you feel dizzy, lightheadedness, or fainting spells. These could be signs of reduced blood flow to the brain. Persistent cough or wheezing, especially if it brings up white or pink mucus. This could be linked to heart failure. Nausea, indigestion, or stomach pain. Surprising, right? But especially for older adults, and especially women, these can signal heart trouble. Now, hearing these, I don't want you to panic. Most of these symptoms can be caused by other things too. But here's what I want you to do. Don't ignore them. Talk to your doctor. Get checked out. Don't assume it's just age or just stress. Because what if it's something we can help? Wouldn't it be worth it to find out? Cut to host with a caring smile. You know, my neighbor Mary, she's 76, she had been feeling tired for months. Brushed it off. I'm just getting older, she told me. But one day, she nearly passed out while gardening. Turns out, she had a blockage in one of her arteries, 90% closed. They caught it in time. She got the right treatment, and now she's back to walking her dog every morning. Full of life again. She told me, I thought I was at the end of the road, but really, it was just a detour. And that's what I want for you. Not fear. Not worry. Just awareness. Confidence. Hope. Scene softens, peaceful music fades in lightly. Let's talk about why heart disease risk increases after 70. Here's the deal. As we age, our blood vessels naturally stiffen. That makes it harder for blood to flow, which raises blood pressure. Our heart muscle can get a little weaker. And years of habits, good or bad, start to catch up with us. Plus, conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure become more common with age. And all of these are big-time risk factors for heart disease. But here's the bright side. We can still do something about it, even at 70. Even at 80. Simple choices. Small steps. A little more movement. A little less salt. A little more laughter. It all adds up. Host leans forward slightly, speaking softly and sincerely. Let me tell you what I believe, with all my heart. You're not too old to be strong. You're not too late to be healthy, and you're certainly not too far gone to love your life and protect your heart. I know you've lived a long road to get here. You've seen things. You've lost people. You've overcome hard days. And maybe, just maybe, you've stopped putting yourself at the top of your list. Well, today, I'm inviting you to change that. Let this be the day you take your heart seriously, not because you're afraid, but because you care, because you want to be here, strong and steady, for the people who love you, and because you deserve a heart that keeps up with your spirit. Scene closes with a gentle smile from the host. In the next part of this video, we're going to dive into what really raises your risk of heart disease after 70, including some surprising truths the doctors don't always explain in simple terms. We'll talk about real numbers, real causes, and real hope. So stay with me, my friend. You're not alone in this. You've got me. You've got your community, and you've got more strength than you know. See you in the next chapter. Now that we've opened the door to this conversation about heart disease, it's time to walk a little deeper inside. No rush, just step by step. Together. In this chapter, we're going to talk about what really puts you at risk for heart disease after age 70. And I want you to listen with your heart, not just your ears, because some of what I'm about to share might hit close to home. But remember, knowledge is a gift. When we understand our risks, we can start to take back control. Scene shifts to soft visuals of seniors in everyday life, cooking, gardening, walking, smiling with grandchildren. Host, voiceover. Let's start with the big ones, the risk factors that doctors talk about, but sometimes don't explain clearly enough. These are the most common reasons heart disease becomes a real concern as we age. 1. High blood pressure, hypertension. This one is sneaky because it often has no symptoms at all. You could be walking around with dangerously high pressure in your arteries and not even feel it. Over time, this wears down your blood vessels and your heart. It's like driving your car with tires that are too full of air. Eventually, something gives. The good news. High blood pressure is one of the most manageable risks if caught early. If your numbers are higher than 130/80, it's worth talking to your doctor about what you can do, whether that's medication, diet, or just a little more walking each day. Point 2. High cholesterol. You've heard of good and bad cholesterol, right? LDL is the bad kind. HDL is the good kind. And too much LDL can lead to plaque building up in your arteries. Here's something most people don't know: cholesterol doesn't hurt. You won't feel it creeping into your arteries. That's why it's so important to get your blood tested regularly. A simple blood test can tell you where you stand, and from there, you can take action. Medication, a better breakfast, maybe switching out that bacon for oatmeal now and then, it all helps. Point 3. Diabetes or prediabetes. This one's huge. People with diabetes are twice as likely to have heart disease or a stroke. Why? Because high blood sugar damages your blood vessels over time. And it makes your heart work harder than it should. But here's what I want you to hear: you can live well with diabetes if you manage it, eating smaller portions, watching those carbs, staying active, and taking medications as directed can drastically reduce your heart risk. Don't ignore your blood sugar numbers, they're telling you a story. And it's one you can rewrite. Point 4. Smoking. Now, I know this one's tough to talk about, because maybe you've smoked for years, or maybe your partner has, but I've got to say it: smoking damages everything your heart depends on. Your lungs, your arteries, your blood's ability to carry oxygen. But guess what? It's never too late to quit. The American Heart Association says that even quitting in your 70s can reduce your risk of a heart attack within just a few years. That's incredible. So if you've quit, I'm proud of you. And if you haven't, maybe today is the day to think about it. Point 5. Obesity or being overweight. Carrying extra weight, especially around the belly, puts pressure on your heart and makes all the other risks worse. Now, I want to say this gently, because I know weight can be a sensitive topic. This is not about how you look in the mirror. This is about your heart working harder than it should. Losing even just 5 to 10 pounds can make a big difference in lowering your blood pressure and blood sugar. It's not about being skinny. It's about being kind to your body. Cut to host again, leaning in slightly with compassion. Now, those are the big 5, the ones most doctors will mention, but I want to share a few less obvious risks that we sometimes forget about, but that matter just as much, especially after age 70.6. Loneliness and isolation. Yes, being alone can hurt your heart. Not just emotionally, but physically. Studies show that seniors who feel isolated are more likely to develop heart problems, and even die earlier than those who feel connected. That's not just sad, it's serious. So if you've been spending too many days alone, please reach out. Join a senior group, call your old friend, volunteer, visit a local church or community center. Your heart needs love, laughter, and human touch as much as it needs a healthy diet. Point 7. Poor sleep. You might not think sleep affects your heart, but it does. Big time. Poor sleep increases inflammation in the body, raises your blood pressure, and stresses your heart. If you're having trouble falling asleep, waking up often, or feeling tired all day, talk to your doctor. Sometimes it's as simple as adjusting your routine, or getting tested for sleep apnea, which affects many older adults and often goes undiagnosed. Your heart rests when you rest. So please, let it. Point 8. Chronic stress or worry. You know that tightness in your chest when you're upset. That's not just in your head. Stress triggers hormones like cortisol that strain your heart and blood vessels. So if you're someone who's always anxious, always carrying the weight of the world, please find healthy ways to cope. Gentle breathing, prayer, soft music, a walk in nature, talking to someone who listens. These aren't luxuries, they're medicine for your heart. Scene returns to a calm visual, an older man sitting quietly on a bench, breathing deeply with a peaceful smile. Host, voiceover. All of these risks, whether they're physical, emotional, or social, are like puzzle pieces. On their own, they might not seem dangerous. But put them together, and they can lead to real trouble. But here's the silver lining: you have the power to change so many of them. Yes, even now. Especially now. Cut back to the host, smiling warmly, hands folded on the table. Let's pause for a second. Take a breath with me. Host inhales slowly, then exhales. I'm not here to make you feel guilty. I'm here to help you feel empowered. You've made it this far. You're still here. That means there's still time to take care of your heart, your body, your mind, and your joy. Host leans in with sincerity. In the next chapter, we'll talk about the practical things you can start doing today, even small changes that can dramatically lower your risk for heart disease. We're going to talk food, movement, medications, checkups, and most importantly, hope. You're stronger than you think, and I'll be right here, cheering you on. Stay with me. We're just getting to the good part. My friend, you've made it this far, and I'm so proud of you for sticking with me through this important conversation. This is the final chapter, and now it's time to put everything we've learned into action. In the last 2 chapters, we talked about the risks of heart disease and why it's something we need to be aware of as we age. But today, we're going to talk about what you can actually do about it, because all the knowledge in the world won't help if we don't take action. So let's focus on the things you can change, starting right now. And don't worry, I'm going to make it simple. This is all about practical steps you can take to protect your heart and keep it strong for many years to come. Scene transitions to visuals of healthy meals being prepared, fresh vegetables, walking in the park, and a peaceful evening sunset. Host, voiceover. Let's start with food, because what you eat is one of the most powerful tools you have when it comes to protecting your heart. Point 1. Heart-healthy eating. You don't need to follow a strict diet plan or eliminate all the foods you love. But there are some small adjustments you can make that will add up to big changes for your heart. Focus on whole foods, things like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. These are packed with nutrients your heart needs to stay healthy. Cut back on processed foods, sugary snacks, and fatty meats. These things can raise your cholesterol and blood pressure, which puts extra strain on your heart. Healthy fats are good. Think olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds. These fats can help improve your cholesterol levels and keep your blood vessels clear. And don't forget about fiber. It's great for lowering cholesterol and maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. So, include foods like oats, beans, and leafy greens in your meals. But here's the most important part: make it simple. Don't get bogged down with the latest diet fads. Just start with one meal at a time. Maybe swap out that breakfast sausage for some fresh fruit and oatmeal. You don't have to be perfect, but taking small steps toward heart-healthy choices will make a huge difference. Scene transitions to a group of seniors walking together in a park, chatting and laughing. 2. Move your body. You might be thinking, I'm too old to start exercising. And I get it. The idea of working out at your age can sound exhausting or even intimidating, but here's the truth: you don't need to run a marathon. You don't even need to go to the gym. You just need to move. Movement is life for your heart. Even something as simple as walking for 15 minutes a day can lower your blood pressure, improve your cholesterol, and strengthen your heart. Start slow if you need to. Try a short walk around your neighborhood. Or, if that feels too much, start with stretching or even gentle yoga at home. Just move. That's the KEY. As you build strength, you can gradually increase your activity level. But don't wait, start with something small today. It will feel so good to know you're doing something positive for your heart. Scene shifts to visuals of seniors in a doctor's office, having a friendly conversation with their doctor. 3. Regular checkups. One of the most important things you can do to protect your heart is to stay on top of your health checkups. And this doesn't just mean going to the doctor when something's wrong, it means being proactive. Blood pressure checks. Keep track of your blood pressure numbers. If they're too high, talk to your doctor about ways to lower them. Cholesterol tests. Ask for a cholesterol screening. It's easy, and it gives you a clear picture of where your heart health stands. Blood sugar levels. If you have diabetes or prediabetes, make sure you're getting your blood sugar checked regularly. These simple tests can catch problems early, before they become serious, and that's how we protect your heart for the long term. Cut to host sitting comfortably, looking directly into the camera. Host, I want to take a moment to talk about medications. If your doctor has prescribed any medications, whether for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes, please take them as directed. I know that for some, taking medication can feel like a hassle, or you might feel like it's a sign of getting older. But these medications are tools. They're there to help you live a longer, healthier life. Don't let stubbornness or forgetfulness get in the way of your heart's well-being. If you're not sure about a medication or side effects, ask your doctor. They're there to help you understand, to make sure you're on the right track. Scene shifts to visuals of a cozy family gathering, everyone smiling, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. 4. Reduce stress and stay connected. I know it's easier said than done. But one of the best things you can do for your heart is reduce stress. Chronic stress is like putting constant pressure on your heart. It doesn't get a chance to rest. Find what calms you. Is it reading, listening to music, spending time with friends and family, getting out in nature? Whatever it is, make time for it. You deserve it. And speaking of family and friends, stay connected. If you're feeling isolated or lonely, reach out. Talk to someone you trust, even if it's just a short phone call or a text. Social connection is vital to your mental and physical health. A strong heart needs love, laughter, and companionship. So never underestimate the power of a hug, a chat, or a smile. Scene fades to visuals of an older woman laughing with a friend while sitting outside on a park bench. Host, voiceover. And lastly, believe in your heart. I know that getting older can come with a lot of challenges. It's easy to feel like your best years are behind you. But your heart still has so much love and life to give. It's strong. It's resilient, and with a little care, it can keep beating strongly for many more years. You can make a difference, you can take control, and you can live a long, joyful life, with a heart that beats for all the beautiful moments still ahead of you. Cut to host smiling warmly, leaning forward with genuine care. Host, I want to end this video with a message of hope. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to make changes that will keep your heart healthy, and it's never too late to love your heart, because your heart loves you. 2.so, take the first step. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's a phone call to your doctor. Maybe it's just deciding to eat a little better today. Whatever it is, do it. For your heart. For you. For the ones who love you. You've got this, and I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. Thank you for being here with me today. Take care of yourself, my friend. Your heart deserves it.